The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. It's Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, you get the Dow Industrials down 76. We get the NASDAQ off 12. S&Ps are off 8.5. Gold's down $1.60. You get silver off 8 cents. Platinum down 14 bucks at 1,157. That's pretty wild. You get platinum 50 bucks under gold. Oil. You get the contract down 41 cents, trading at 51.40 a barrel. Bonds, the 10-year is up 18 ticks, 128.05. 30-year is up 27 ticks at 145.05. And King Dollar up 323 ticks at 94.81. The euro is down 70 at 112.98, and the yen is off 60 at 118.35. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Well, I know what's going on in your world. Now, as you're over at TFNN, folks, you're going to see the Nadex banner on the top, on the side. You can hit that banner, bring up the account. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. You'll get to see how these contracts trade. You can trade commodities, currencies, indices. Bottom line is that you've heard the commercial, and your trade is your stop, okay? So you're talking about defined risk, whether you're doing a spread trade and or a binary trade. This is a great market for it, no doubt. If we go over right now, we just take a look at the S&Ps. You get option expiration out here also, folks. So what's going to happen out here is that we're going to see volume come in the market. What do we have right off the get-go? Off the get-go, we're at 2085.50. So with that, if you close under this 88.75, bottom line, you're going to have a failure on the daily and on the weekly. Thus far, intraday, what we're looking at is that you had that first acceleration on the way down. Now, this is a beauty, too, okay? This is what you have. The lows of the 17th was 2080. We hit 2082. You get a bounce out of 2082, but what we have here is that you can take the low of 2082, you take the highs that were out there of 99, and that's setting up a 2062. So what we can very well have here, which is going to be pretty wild watching this shake out, let me pull this back a little bit further, is that your first acceleration down has taken into this consolidation. Monster volume, though. You build some cars, you can blow away that volume, and that would set up a monster day down. That would set up about a 30-point S&P structure on the way down. We go into the Dow Industrials, and you take a look at the Dow and see what's happening with the Dow Industrials. Now, the Dow is the only indice that hasn't tested its high. The Dow is rolling over, and we'll see whether this rollover has any juice on the way down. That's going to be the crucial deal out here. Is there juice when we're backing off here, particularly because we do have option expiration? If you don't have any juice on the back down, guess what? It'll test the highs again. Let's go to King Dollar first. King Dollar. What do we have with King Dollar? So King Dollar and bonds are the crucial part right now. Now, what King Dollar is doing is this. King Dollar is indicating that we still are at a high, and this is why. Yesterday, this could have been basically a toss-up. And what it was is this. Yesterday, you start pushing into just the high of the prior day, and we did that with 31,000 contracts. We have 22 today, so you do about 30, but the bottom line is that you're running into 41,000. What should have happened, bottom line, is that if this is going to go after its high first versus after its February 3rd swing low, you'd see a much heavier expansion of volume. So that's on a daily. We take this and we look at it intraday. What you're going to have intraday is this. Intraday, this baby is set up right now. Your first expansion up was done at 820, okay? That expansion up there had some juice behind it. Out of the 22,000 contracts, 3,600 were there. Then you went back up and you tested that with 340. We went back up again and we just tested it with 447. What does that set up? Well, guess what? We'll go over the Nadex platform, and what that would be setting up is that you can take a look at the first. When you bring that platform up, folks, you'll see that you have indices, you have Forex, you have commodities, you have basically 5-minute binaries and 20-minute binaries. If we went into the Forex first, and if you just went into the spread, what you could do there is that I would go over to the Euro-US spread, okay? And when you take a look at that, you're going to see that we have, let's see what time it's, so it's 10:12 right now. So you have a 9 to 11 setup right there. And the euro right now, we're at, let's see, 1.13. So that's not bad. Yeah, that would be the one probably. Let's see. This gets interesting. Okay, so check this out. This is where this risk versus the reward gets really interesting. The euro right now is at 1.1309. Is that? I can see why it's that cheap too. Okay, but here I'll give you one here. But I'm going to see if we can get another one. No, this would be the one to have. This is definitely the one to have. Okay, so you have 45 minutes. There's a 113.10 to 114.10, and I certainly wouldn't expect it to get to 114.10, by the way, okay? But what you could get is that you can get to 113.73. Your risk out there would be $8. That's it on a contract. Now, if it got to 114, the reward would be $92. But I wouldn't expect you can get up to that level. What you could get, however, though, is 63 ticks, which would be you're risking $8 for about $60. That's a decent trade out there. That's one trade. We go back over to the market itself. We take a look at the market itself, and we get this bounce that's happening. So if we go into the futures, we take a look at this future for a second, ESH5, and what we're going to be looking for. Okay, this is nice. Okay, so check this out. Well, this is it right here. This is it right here. Okay, 208. So watch this, folks. So we're going to do this quick. You hit the first leg down. Your leg up right now, we're 4 minutes into it, and there's absolutely no juice. This is not going to be able to basically bounce out here. That's how it's set up right now. So in that case, you can go over, you go into the indices. Well, you can actually, let's go into the, this would be interesting to see how this shakes out first. If I go into the 20-minute binaries, let me see what this looks like. So there's 5 minutes left in a 20-minute binary. I would want to wait to the next 5-minute bar. So if you were doing a 5-minute, I'd wait for the next 5-minute bar. That's too close. But let's go into the spreads, and I'm going to go into the US 500, and I'll go into the 10 to 12. And 2086, that's a beauty right there. Okay, so watch this. You can sell right here. There's one. $2.086, no. 1 second, 2086, sell. Whoops, sell one. No, I'm not doing that one. Okay, that one doesn't work. The 8.5 to the 9.5, oh, of course it doesn't work. Yeah, no, I gotta get a big one. I need 2085, there it is. I think I got it. Sell one. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so as you come over there, there's a contract that would go off at, let's see. This is the 7.5 to 8.5. This is not a bad little one. So this one here, you'd be risking $19 to make $81, and you'd be looking for a 7.5 coming into the close. So we'll see how this one shakes out just yet. What we have on this bar right here, you have 4 more minutes. So what we would do, so watch this first acceleration down. The first acceleration down just took the S&Ps from 093 down to 82. all you'd be doing is waiting for a few more minutes, see where this bar finishes up. And if we finish up right where we are right now, guess what? It's time to fire away. Because what you'll see is you'll see the next expansion down is going to go try to get into those lows. We'll see whether it can get any action at those lows, but it would look to get into those lows, and we'll see whether we can take it out. If we go over and take a look at the SPY for a second and look at that SPY, what you have with the SPY, the same thing is basically set up. The SPY right now, boy, it'd be really sweet if it could get up just a little bit higher. But the way this is trading right now, there's like zero juice behind these moves here. And what you will get, you know, by the way, out here, folks, is that it's really unusual that, you know, you can go sideways, sideways, sideways on a Friday to have that first acceleration down like we just did. So that in itself is going to be intriguing to watch how this comes into the close out here. Europe, the European indices are still hanging up there. King dollar this year, she's backing off already. This King dollar deal is a big deal, folks. The King dollar is going to give us the most amount of information to use as to where commodities are going, where the S&P is going, and particularly where bonds are going. And the information that we'd be looking for is this. You get into that high. If you have the expanded volume, that's great, man. It's going topside. You fail. If we fail out here today, next week, you're going to see King dollar going after those lows that are out there on February 3rd, rather. The bond market, okay, this is the real wild card right now. The way that bonds are trading right now, you get the 10 years got 600,000, hasn't been able to make it over the highs of yesterday. This is about the third day that we've had that out here. And what we do have on bonds, though, is that spike up at 128.07 this morning. That's a real spike, meaning that there's juice behind that spike. So that spike will get tested once again. We'll see how that test gets done, but that is saying that it does want to get tested once again, and so there's markets down, people are getting into the bonds very quickly once again. There's not enough juice there yet. There's not enough juice there yet, but the bottom line is that it has the price going for it. We'll see whether the next expansion. So this trade on the S&P, folks, is really lining up good. So this is what it is. You're at 87. You're at 1019. And there's zero juice going against it, but you can put your back against the wall at 2088.75, which is really cool here. Because you had two different bars on the way down. And ICE is actually set up at 2090. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. And, we'll be coming right back. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's down 57. Nasdaq's off 8. S&Ps are off 8.5.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 51. You get the NASDAQ, down 6. S&Ps are off 7.5. And let's go take a look at that good old S&P, because this is a nice little setup right now. Okay, so we have the future at 2087. And looking at that, baby, there's a couple different ones you could do here. Meaning, as you come over to the Nadex platform, folks, okay, you can hit the 20-minute binaries, the 20-minute spreads rather, and on those 20-minute spreads, the 80, you're right at 87. So you'd be selling. Oh, look at that's interesting. That was a beautiful thing. 1 second. Sell one. That's a little bit better. It's still worth it. On a 20-minute, you'd be basically you'd be selling. You'd be risking $30 to make 69. That's how that little baby would be set up. But it doesn't mean that you're even risking the 30 if it stays in at the price point of 86 right now. That is one of them. Go over to the daily. The daily is also a nice setup. The daily here is actually the 80. If I sold the 90. Yeah, this is actually a sweet one for the rest of the day. Actually, no, at 12 o'clock. You'd be selling the 86. You'd be risking $35 to 65. That's how that baby is set up. Let's go to Jim in Palm Harbor. Hey, Jim, what's going on?
Well, I thought I was cold this morning when it was 34, but I'm looking at Grand Rapids. It's still -10.
That's pretty intense.
It's intense. But what I wanted to talk about was platinum, and I just can't figure out. Initially there were rumors that the Russians were selling platinum because they needed the cash. I just can't believe we're that far under the ratio is so out of whack between spot gold. And I actually bought a hat. I've been looking for the last month for some coin dealers. No one has platinum for sale.
Right.
I picked up a half an ounce for $6 1/4. But then I look at, platinum still continuing to dive, so I don't know where.
What's it? Have you checked the Treasury Department, the U.S. coin sales, and see what the premiums are?
I haven't looked at because they were basically sold out.
That's what to do. I would start there. There's platinum coins out there, man. There's plenty of them too. You're going to pay a premium, but I haven't checked it to see what it is right now. But
well, it's interesting. Most of the coin dealers can get you the coins, and they're sticking at that 4% over spots. So you're talking $50, $60, $69.
That's well worth it. That's nothing. That's cheap.
Okay.
I wouldn't. Yeah, you'd never expect to get less than that, man. That's not a lot of money.
But we hit that 618 on the gold at 1198 almost perfectly. And now I'm just curious where next support would be on platinum.
Okay, so let's see. The way that I would do the platinum deal, what happens with platinum is this, is that it's a sit and wait and game. And, I wouldn't be trading it in the aspect of a ETF or anything like that, but what I would do if you're interested in buying the coins is just buying them and just sit on them and wait for the premium to come back the other side, because it's going to come back the other side. So,
okay.
Let me just look at this for a second. PL1. Okay, so I have the continuous contract up.
While you're pulling up, it's just kind of interesting, though. You do talk to all the local coin dealers, and as soon as they take something in, they got a list of people looking up to buy the physical gold. I mean, they can't keep American Eagles in stock. They can't keep, like I said, there is no platinum really available from the local coin dealers. Everybody knows they can go to a wholesaler and get take your money and get an order for you filled. But
well, platinum, that's how platinum's always been, though. Platinum always has been like that. What you're getting right now at the coin dealers is that you're getting a paranoia because the volatility has been out there and they've lost a lot of money. When you have the gold market, moving $20 or $30 every day, that's heavy money for a coin dealer, man. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, they don't want to hold it. No
one wants to hold it. The platinum deal, man, yeah, listen, it can go down to 11.19 pretty easy.
Okay.
Okay, man, have a great one. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Tom O'Brien, this is TFNN. We'll come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner on the top and the side. You hit the banner. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. You can start to understand how these contracts trade. Now, if you're going long, folks, you want to be going long at the bottom of the box, and if you're going short, you want to be going short at the top of the box when you're looking at these different contracts. The reason is that your risk goes down dramatically, and because inside these contracts, of course, it's a defined risk deal, meaning that it can go on the other side, away from you, and you don't lose any more money than you're putting up on the trade. Then you have the time aspect that it can come right back into the money. So what ends up happening there, the closer that you can get it to the box, is that the least amount of money you're putting up at all times. Let's go over to this good old dollar index right now, because what we do have, it looks like the dollar is going to give it up, which this is going to be DXH. If in fact that's what we get coming into today, look at this nice sell. So when we were just doing this at the beginning, we were at the dollars at 94.88. You had the expansion downtown, and that expansion came out with volume. So that they just basically pushed that down to the 94.50 mark. Right now we're at 94.62. And once we got underneath the 94.60, actually, we're right here. So it's 94.62.5, 625. Right now it's 605. So what you're going to see, that's a failure. So now what's you're going to see is that now the shove is going to be coming on down to the next swing, which is the 94.25. We go over to the euro. We take a look at this whole euro and see the direct correlation. The euro just went from the price point down here of that 112.89. Right now you're at the 113.38 area. That is saying that the euro is going to start chugging up to this 113.70. And, you know, as I said, the top of the range of what we were looking for is 114.10. I didn't think we were going to get to the 114.10, particularly because we're only talking another 24 minutes out there. But that little baby is in the money right now. So you don't need a lot of ticks for these currency ones to actually get in the money. The 113.66 would be a realistic target for the next 30 minutes. That's where that would be shaken out. And what you want to do with these is that you actually could put the sell in simultaneously. And that would end up being, well, it wouldn't be bad because the risk out there was only basically $8 at the time. And right now, that's basically we're 26 on the other side of it. So we go over and we take a look at the broader market. Inside the S&Ps, let's see how that little baby is doing out here. So we're still hanging at the same level out here. You had one acceleration on the way down. We got down to the 84 mark. You're still at the 87 mark out here. And I expect what you're going to see is that it's not going to be able to basically get up over this first. The first bounce higher this morning was 2088.75. It looks like that's going to be some very heavy resistance, you know, for the next 15, 20 minutes. And what does happen is this. As you get into that level and it can't get any juice at that level, what ends up happening each and every time it gets up and fails, it keeps getting, the probability goes up higher that it's not only going to fail, but then a operator is going to come in the market and they're going to basically whale the baby on the way down. That's how this baby normally shakes out. The dollar is the big number. Actually, let's go over to the bond market and take a look at bonds, because what we do have inside that bond market is this. Yep, it's not going to be enough juice. Man, this is going to be really wild if bonds are actually going to top out here for a while. It's every day when I'm looking at this, it's getting closer, meaning we get 700,000 contracts out here today. Bonds got, the 10-year got to 128.07. It's trying to get into the 128.14. Can't handle it. This is the third day in a row it can't handle it. We'll see where what bonds, what the 10-year has to do to say that it wants to go up to these highs again is 128.15. We take a look at the 30-year. And we don't remember, the 30-year had been leading the 10-year. See, the 30-year looks pretty good. Thing's not over yet. It's going to be really wild. So the 30-year right now, we're at 144.30. The highs, however, that spiked up here this morning at the 145.10 have some juice behind them. So this very well could be setting up a small ABC structure up to get into this 146.03. And dollar bonds are the things that are going to rule out here. Look at this. We just got to snap higher, big time, too. So let's go take a look at that for future. We're 2-0. Well, actually, it's interesting. So the S&P's only got a pop-up of 2 points. But the Dow got a pop-up, something inside the Dow just basically snapped up here. So we are at 2091 right now. And that has zero juice behind the move. So that's all that is. Yeah, we're at 1040. So that basically, another bar will start up here. So what we just did is this. So check it out. You did 38,000 contracts. Well, 38 is going against 90,000. It's not going to fly. It's not going to fly. So all that does is sets up another sweet trade going against that market. That's how that baby is set up right now. Let's go over to the gold contract. We take a look at gold. Now, the cool thing is that if you are a gold bull or a silver bull, is that we have a Friday and they're not killing the market. And this is exactly what you wanted. You wanted to come into the lows of 2 days ago with lighter volume. The reason being is this. We're 1206. The low of 2 days ago was 1197. We had volume out there of 120,000. Yesterday, it was trying to get into a high, and guess what? The volume was dying on the ground, on the vine. That's not a good scene. So it's good that we're testing the lower portion of the last 3 days, and you're trading that, and you're testing that with lighter volume. We go over and we take a look at the silver contract, because silver has been basically weaker than gold. So, excuse me, folks, what the silver contract's doing is doing the same thing, and that's what you need. Bottom line, that's exactly what we need. Silver came down on Tuesday to $16.20, had 82,000 contracts. Right now, you're only trading 23,000 contracts running into that number, and that's exactly what it takes in order to basically reject lower price, have lighter volume, and then turn around, build some cause, because you're going to have to build some cause in both of those contracts in order to get to higher price. Some of the high volume stocks, actually, let's go see if we're actually going to have high volume out here today. Not yet. we're still MVO. Thus far, oh, the NASDAQ is. Oh, let's look at the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ, this is going to be tricky. You're still at highs, though. The NASDAQ is really still at highs. You're at 40, yeah, the NASDAQ's not giving it up. If we take a look at the SPY, the SPY thus far has done 38 million shares. Now that's a number. If the SPY can, if the SPY can close under 208.97, it's a 209.53. If it can close underneath that and it's going to have volume, that'd say quite a bit. That would be the first expansion of volume on the way down since the last time we were down on the 2nd of February. If we go over and we take a look at the IWM, the small cap index out here, what we have with the small cap index is that has 8 million shares, and that's going to have volume too. So hey, where we close out today on these, the IWM, you'd be looking for a close under 121.41. You get that. We do have the expansion of volume, and what's really cool is that it's subtle. When you get a subtle expansion of volume, you're just rolling slowly. What that is that you've been at highs, distribution's been going on, you get that small rollover, and as that small rollover, they just keep pushing shares out. The dollar's croaking. Euro's going. This is a trip. Okay, this is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. Euro right now is at 48. You get the next expansion ready to happen right now. So before that 11 o'clock, we very well, you're probably going to see the 372, 350, 372. You can get that pretty quick. What is game before the end of the day is 1450. It's going to be a mind blower if it comes in right now. If it comes in right now, that trade would turn into a real monster. No doubt about it when you talk risk versus reward. So the kicker there, which you know, is that you're always looking for something that's closest to the box. If you buy, in this case, that was buying, you're closest to the box. The less money you're putting up, more reward on the other side, but simultaneously you can't expect to get the full, in that one right there, in that series of time, you wouldn't expect to get the full acceleration. In this case, I guess we probably are. We are. It's going right now. This is a trip, man. I'm telling you, if you haven't traded these currencies yet, inside this Nadex deal, folks, it's a good deal. They're fast. You got them right, like anything else. If you're on the right side of the trend, you're King Kong. But right now, this is we're 113.69. That if that slices through 72, Let's see where this comes out now. Let's see. That's sweet. So that trade just turned into $60 now. 8 for 60. And that's, well, actually, when we did it, that's what we were thinking. Okay, but that was by 11 o'clock. But guess what? You can take that bread down. Depending on, if you had more than one contract, you can take one contract, take your bread. What that has done? Oh, we go over to the E-mini. Just the opposite. The E-mini is going to the moon. Not going to the moon, but bottom line is that it has gone up dramatically, no doubt. We're at 2093 right now. Doesn't have the juice behind the move, but is looking... Yeah, it just tested its spike from 9:30 this morning. No juice. So what you do have for a setup for the rest of the day, folks, okay? Not that I'm going anywhere, because we're still going to be here all day and we're doing the program until 10, and then I'm Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be growling and prowling with you. But what you have out here, which is really cool, you have a high volume spike at the lows. High volume spike at the lows, you're going to be back to the lows. The volatility is going to be out here because, of course, you have option expiration. Now, what is going to happen? Oh, here goes the dollar. Unbelievable. Check this out, man. The dollar's going negative now. This is intense. Okay, so the euro is at 64. And the dollar... See, the dollar's going to be a failure. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's particularly a beautiful thing because if you're in the metals market, folks, this deal about the dollar and bonds and the metals is like, oh, man. I mean, and see, gold's going down. And see, I like this. This is when the deviance of the marketplace is really cool because gold's down $2 right now. You're down with dramatically lighter volume on the daily. We're down on the intraday with dramatically lighter volume. When we went topside yesterday, you did it with, let's see this one. This is pretty cool. There it is there. We did it with 11,000 contracts. Well, we're pulling back with 2,000 contracts. That's what you like to see. And what you do is you take that, I take that, and the correlation of the dollar and the correlation of the S&P and say, okay, what do we have happening? Because bottom line is that the correlation between stronger and weaker dollar and the commodity market, bottom line, is there, and it's there in spades. Natural gas having a big day out here. Natural gas is up 4%. Heating oil, that's interesting. Heating oil is up 0.8%. Well, crude's down 0.8%. Gasoline's up 0.9%. Lean hogs are basically moving. Some of the high volume stocks in this low volume market out here. Let's see what we have. Pull this back. We put S&P up there. So you get everything's about flat, really. You got GE down 4. We got Pfizer off 16. Look at some of the Dow stocks. What you have Big Blue down 84. A lot of the Dow stocks are actually red. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. And that dollar, folks, is a big failure. No two ways about it. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are down 16. You get the NASDAQ flat. S&Ps are off 4.5. Gold is down $1.90 at 12.05. We get the bonds. 10 is up 13 ticks. The 30 is up 19 ticks, and King Dollar has given it up. Now we're going to have let's go back over to the index again for a second. So when we're looking at this index, you know, we've been up here, folks. The January 26th was the high in the dollar index. That high was generated at 95.85. Thus far, it's the high. Let's put it that way, okay? We came down off of that, and when we came down, what you're going to see is that the 3 times that we got into lower price, you had the first time right off the high. So watch. The high was generated with 35,000 contracts. You came off that high with 56,000. You try to get higher again with 48. You came down with 58. Try to get higher with 24. You came down with 41. You can try to get higher all week with 25. We're testing that high out here today. We're going to do probably about 35, and it's a failure. And then what that's going to set up is it's going to set up going after the 93.39. I expect you're probably going to see that next week. Now, that 93.39 is going to be crucial, and this is why. That is the high volume swing low at this point. The dollar, here, I'll put this on a continuous contract. Okay, so when we put this on a continuous contract, what you're going to see, I'm going to put it on 3 years. What you're going to see is that the dollar did a straight line move. I mean straight line. July of 2014, 79. And when I actually take a look at this, that is a parabolic move. In the aspect of technical analysis, anything more than the 45% move, we just put a pencil as a parabolic move. This is like a, let's see, that's a good 60% angle. So what does that mean? Well, it would mean that you're going to have a correction, number one. The real key is going to be, is it a large correction or a small correction? The information that's going to get released when we go after the February 3rd swing low is that going to also come down on volume? Because if that's what we get volume off the high, what that indicates is a much larger correction. Next would be coming back inside the range that I took out from 2005. And what that would be is that when the dollar got under 92.27, which I suspect it's going to, then you really got action. I mean, this is going to be really interesting, because depending what you like to trade, what that would open up inside the Nadex platform, inside all trading platforms, is this. It would open up going long the euro. It would open up going long metals right off the bat, which is if you can get these trades at the beginning of trends, folks, currencies themselves love to trend for a long period of time. Inside the Nadex platform, what happens is that your risk versus your reward and the number of ticks that you need are very minimal, you know. And that the one we're talking about, the currency one, yeah, that we're at 1372. It's a beautiful thing. You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up right now. Growling and prowling with you. Nico and Paige going to keep you happy. Dave White, I'll be back this afternoon. Have a great one. Have a safe one, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.